Peace and blessings, beautiful family. Thank y'all for joining tonight. Welcome to another amazing episode of Who Naked Up in Here. Can y'all hear me clearly? Beautiful, beautiful. Well, if you don't
Loud
mind,
and clear.
please unmute yourselves and just greet each other. Thank you, Mr. Fox. I appreciate you joining
Hey,
us
hello,
tonight.
good people. Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here. Hopefully,
Hello.
y'all feeling
Greetings,
blessed.
poets. Love you all.
Hey, Vegas.
All right.
Hey,
That's good.
I hope y'all having an inspired evening. I ain't been here in a minute, but I was inspired tonight to come through. So I hope y'all are
awesome.
feeling that inspiration as well.
Hey, hey, hey.
Man, dope. I appreciate that, man. It's a beautiful night out. Um, it's definitely cold. I woke up to ice on the ground this morning. So I know it's cold in most of our regions. Some of
Feels
y'all
bro.
might be in some warm weather, but we definitely getting it up here on the East Coast.
I'm up
But
in
again,
central Alberta, Canada. It's a little
oh
chilly outside.
yeah, yeah, you're getting it all. You're getting it all. You're the reason we cold.
Hey, it's actually been one of the warmest winters since I've been here though. And I'm a Florida boy. And so it's actually been one of the warmest
Yeah, that's
winters.
saying a lot.
Uh,
That's definitely a drastic change. All right, well, dope. Again, it's good to see y'all. I'm glad y'all here with us tonight. Shout out to my co-host, Amazing Gifted. Shout out to Darkman Blues for blessing us with the amazing music this evening. For those who are here for the first time, this is an open mic, so it's definitely a safe space to share. There will be no judgment here, only hugs and embraces throughout the chat and verbally. With that being said, for all those who would like to share tonight, if you don't mind, there's a reaction button at the bottom of the screen. And if you click on that, you can raise your hand. All hands that are raised will be acknowledged, and I will be honored to hear from you all. We're gonna
Hands
do
flew
two
up
pieces. Diane, thank you for coming tonight.
for sure.
Awesome, awesome. So we're gonna do two pieces, a piece, and if there's more room in the after, then we'll go around one more time before we close out. But we know how we do. People tend to pop in late and still come to support, and we try to make it room so everybody can share. So we'll see how it goes tonight. As always, I'm gonna open up with the first two pieces. I ask that everybody keep their mics muted, and after the artist finish speaking, then you can unmute yourself and comment, or you can fill up the chat with comments all night. I actually look for those more so than anything. Like if anything inspires you that you hear from an artist, you can't speak it out in the moment, please put it in the chat and share with the rest of the room. With that being said, let's get this show on the road. All right, this first piece I'm going to read is a brand new write. Um, I've never said it out loud, so let's see how it goes. It's entitled "The Only Bird That Dares to Attack the Eagle." The only bird that dares to attack the eagle is a crow, appearing out of thin air like an adversary with vengeance on its mind, spanning without casting a shadow, sanctioning offense like a linesman's encroachment, clawing the eagle's unguarded back, pecking malignantly at his exposed neck, towering its flight pattern with every intention to bring it soaring high down. Ever wonder if that's just an allegory or something someone had proficiently bear witness to? Because wildlife doesn't freeze frame for outdoor pictures. A winged animal has no need to video record itself. Only in cameras have we caught and shared those perfect moments by being placed in opportune positions. You ever wonder if the eagle is just a metaphor, mascotting in a quote for success? And if the crow is at best another way to billboard an exploitation of trauma? It's said the eagle's height trophies the climb of a crow, yet they've never said a crow's talents couldn't pull an eagle down. And if I suggest success is a winged bird with darkened feathers, reminding of what it took to take flight, and the crow just happened to be black because it was the darkness we chose to forget. Nothing attacks your flying high harder than an unresolved issue you swept under the rug. But when you get a reminder, it feels like an act of aggression on your unwitting smile. Of reinforced trauma normally feels like a crow's 5-inch claws stabbing you in the back. Other times, it's as if it has its beak penetrating your skull when it's on your mind. And you find your glide, head diving to an uncontrollable speed. That's how assaulting trauma can be. Like a crow, the only bird that dares to attack the eagle. That's that piece.
That's an awesome piece, Mr. Woods.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Blue ink.
Beautiful. Hey, the crow is one of my wife and I's favorite birds, and up here in Canada, man, they get huge. And we got bald eagles up here, and I've seen crows harassing eagles, man. It's like that
Wow.
is a real thing. That's like, yo, and they're big, but they ain't eagle big, but
Right.
they're smart, man. I really appreciated that piece, man. That hit me somewhere in the heart, man.
Man, that's dope. That's dope. Thank you, Nemo. First, I heard you shout it out, so I appreciate you, love. Thank you as well, Open Minds, because it's dope that you said that. Eagles are crows are very intelligent birds. Um, One thing that I found out about crows is that they have a sort of death ceremony, as if a funeral is being orchestrated when they find one of themselves dead. Um, Crows have background, so to speak, or a calling or whatever you want to say, like a vulture. So when you think of crows and you think of vultures, you think of them preying on the dead, and dead things come to mind, like eating carcasses and whatnot. But what crows do is like they'll gather and actually they won't touch their dead. They'll leave their dead on the ground, but they'll gather. You know what I'm saying? Like a funeral is being held in honor of their lost bird. So yeah, crows are very intelligent, man. I appreciate you saying that. Black Noise, amazing as usual, bro. You always come from an extremely unique angle to magnify the pictures in your work. Dope. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you saying that. Definitely.
And I just wanted to, and I've been back and forth, but I appreciate that piece for the metaphors. To me, it felt like the birds, the crow, um, and the eagle were metaphors for life, for things that happen. Well, just life. It is life. They are life. They are, living, breathing, but for our life as well. The trauma, the success, and those things. So I appreciate how you did that and
Thank
the
you.
brilliance of it. Thanks.
Thank you for saying that. It's exactly what I tried to do without going too in depth with shall I say pointing fingers at what could be traumatic for a person or uprooting something in myself. I just spoke it in a general way, like, that's exactly what the metaphor represented to me. And it's not my idiom, I didn't create it, but I took it and made sense of it, so to speak. But thank you. I definitely appreciate y'all insight and y'all ears on that piece. And it says it's the first time I read it out loud. So I got quite a bit that I've been working on, a lot of new pieces. I actually went into a live Zoom last night with Kelly. I'm surprised she's not here with us tonight. But went into her Zoom last night and she was doing writing prompts. I think I wrote about 3 pieces in there. They're all short pieces though, so I'm not going to do any of them tonight, but just speaking on it to shout her out. She does some amazing work and it was a great experience being in there. So let me find something real quick. I'll do this one. It's entitled Authorization to Fight Back. At what point or phase is a man ordained the authorization to fight back? When a shield is like a force fielding officers stand behind with a homicidal motive, and those of brown bag complexion or darker are endangered of becoming another white sheet, another white chalk outlining, memorial ribboned with yellow tape, and all the neighborhood can do is watch and video furiously as witnesses, excused from the stand that should have been taken to prevent the ending of another life. I never truly grasped the concept of how clothing makes a man, the respect that is given to a suit, until I heard people yelling from the windows of their eyes how inappropriate the behavior was of the uniformed officers.
I should be at war with my dimensions.
How many fists
Start from here.
does it take to punch
Mama's
none
magic.
of man out of consciousness? Is somebody unmuted? How many restraining arms are necessary to squeeze the I can't breathe out of him? It still seems as if he has to die and surrender his life before his loved ones have the lawful right to protect themselves and put up a resistance. Only then do we have permission to oppose. When his death is a court trial hearing, when charges are papered instead of feet, do they hear us now, saying their actions are brutal and life-threatening? At what point or phase is a man ordained to fight for his right to live? Is it after he'd taken enough blows to give him a severe head trauma? Is it at the moment where he has enough pressure pinning his chest down that he has to gasp for air? Is it in the chokehold or the knee pinning his neck that crushes his larynx? Apparently by law, it's not even written in the bed for his life, because the penal system finds a justified means in claiming Black souls like judiciary praise. Our cries for justice don't make it out of funerals. Black tears outdated in the 1600s when they cattled us away from human classification. And here we lay, 3/5 of man in their system, waiting for the day when they will treat us as equals. Until then, we will surrender our bodies as a sacrifice for the cause. The lamb led to the blade of the butcher, who has taken our blood as wine and our flesh as communion, under the scales of a blindfolded woman who seeks justice in the blackness. It's no wonder we are under attack. But at what point or phase is a man ordained the authorization to fight back? Peace.
Yo, that fucking last line, bro.
Man.
Strong work. Yeah. Great words.
Thank you. Thank you, brother.
As always, Mr.
There's
Wiz,
so
bro.
many
Miss
powerful images in that. So many. Incredible piece.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Mina, hey, mommy.
She's so cute, man. Hey, that's editor, manager,
Right.
She wearing all
Musician.
the hats.
yeah,
Right. Yes, she is.
holding down the fort.
She's ready.
Boss.
But yeah, Wiz, I gotta hit the road in like 4 minutes. I'm
Can
I'm
you
gonna
go
go ahead.
now? I
Yeah,
was
if
gonna
y'all,
really go. I didn't forget you, brother. I try to let a little bit of time roll in before I start up. But y'all
no, I
put
do
y'all
the
hands.
same, bro. I do the same. Yeah, I feel you.
I
Yeah,
got
bet
you though.
if I could do a piece real quick.
Yes,
Actually, I
sir.
got a tiny little piece and then another piece. And for those of y'all that don't know me, my name is Thomas Open Minds. Every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we do an open mic. Follow me on Instagram. We got some really cool people. We got some cool features coming up. We usually feature people. Wiz is gonna start coming around more. I'm gonna start coming around here more.
Sir.
We so busy. It's hard being a
Yeah,
host and then like going to other events because like I'm making like promotional stuff and doing this and that. But like I got half my like half y'all here. I know and love y'all. The other half I'm excited to get to know and love y'all. So I feel blessed to be here. Um, I got actually a tribute piece to a gentleman that many of you may know. I'm not gonna give out who it's to. I'm sure the poem will lead on to it, and by the end, if y'all just go ahead and type in the chat who you think this tributes to, and then I got a little piece, and then I got to bounce, but I'm gonna take the phone and I'm gonna pump it through the sync, and I'm gonna be listening to y'all as I'm taking this drive. So, yeah, this first piece is a tribute to a very good friend of mine, and I believe he's a very good friend to all of y'all. So, um, there is a light far off in the distance, yet I feel its warmth in my spirit, shimmering orb of resilience, beckoning to all who see it. It shines bright, but does not trouble the eyes. It resonates in the ears, softly, gently, for all who can hear, filled with an abundance of joy and love. This light will forever illuminate from above, a wondrous wisp, dancing elegantly, brilliantly, consistently, filling me with a subtle calm. Palms pressed together, head nod, an acknowledgement of the awe. The brightest lantern, truths be told, this light is carried by a pure soul, one whom I'm proud to know. Let us all open our hearts and enjoy his glow. Now, if y'all can, I'm sure y'all can guess who that's to. I even shouted the name out in it. I'm gonna give y'all a second to type up while I'm pulling this next one. All right. It was Lantern Carrier, y'all. I wrote that for Lantern Carrier. I know a lot of y'all know Lantern, so yeah, it was a piece I wrote for him. It just kind of flowed out of me one day, cause how can you not be inspired by that man? He's so dope. So this one's called I Remember. My mind unwinding, finding clues I left behind me, designed for my uprising. I choose the breath inside me, lined by undying views of a muse who sat beside me. Knowledge I held tight to, language I spelled right through, image I excelled my sight's true. Through pieces of my past life into speeches that I cast live. A few breaches in my glass eye review teachers as I pass by. I grew true glitches stitched in space time to expand my mind in lieu of bass vibes. Sincerely, who knew the hinges had been swinging freely, briefly allowing wishes to seep deep into reality? Clearly astounding, these glimpses creep around me. It's beginning to allow me to see how we fit existing in the now beat. I sit emitting a resounding bright light that surrounds me, insisting I might take flight proudly. Loudly I sound off, tossed a few words into the sky while I fly around lost. Spew 2/3 of my mind at no cost to you, whoever happens to cross paths with a version of me rapping about these diversionary tactics, certain words to make them backflip. I classically spit magic. Burden birds who passively flew past it. I sarcastically chew plastic, surge into Earth's passage. I managed to do damage, artistically, rhythmically laughing about all the past lives I was trapped in. The one known as no one knows what happened. I fashioned a glowing orb from a flowing storm so I had something to pass him for hunting crass hymns. Transmitting Gnostic visions by twisting optic ribbons. I remember being born on more than one occasion. A defender who was sworn to warn all of the neighbors. I render my physical form based on all the greatest. Am I the bravest or a sadist? Flipping through all life's pages, I found out we are all made with the same sound vibrations. I blame ground displacement for the lame unbound migrations. Salutations, my friends, with all my love and appreciation. Peace.
Fire. Y'all open y'all mics and show some love for our brother Thomas. Open mics, open minds. Excuse me.
Woohoo!
That was
Thomas!
definitely dope, brother. That was
That
definitely
was
dope.
hot.
Awesome,
Yes.
Thomas. I love your voice and your style.
Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. I appreciate
You
that.
killed that, brother. Both pieces. That first piece is definitely special, man. Um, that's a hell of a tribute. How you elaborated on the light that's reflecting from what you said the brother name was Lantern.
Yeah, Lantern Carrier.
Lantern Carrier. I'm not familiar with them, but I
Oh,
was
you need to meet him.
yeah, I
He's
definitely
an
need to
amazing
tap in.
poet. Yeah.
Well, honor
Yeah, you
having
got to come out to New Yo more often, Mr. Witz.
I know, I know. I came out that last
Yo,
time, that
open
last week.
minds.
I
You
gotta
need to
get in
come
there a
come
little
come
more
around, man.
frequent.
Come around.
It's a little different how they got it set up for you to come in there, and I think that
Yeah.
I gotta get used to their system. That's all.
Well, at open minds, you know you're always welcome. I love y'all poets. Thank you so much for the love. I'm excited to
Definitely.
listen to the rest of y'all, but I'm gonna jump in the car, switch over to the phone, get it pumping through the system. I gotta make a drive, and yeah, I'm excited to hear the rest of y'all. I'm so glad that y'all let me perform, and I'm excited to hear the rest of y'all. I love y'all.
Love you, bro. You still doing them on Friday nights?
Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, every Friday night. This Friday we have Karen Melander Magoon featuring, and then we have a break, and I think we got Maddie B featuring, then Lancer Carey featuring on a break, and then starting out we got Kazi Cause on January 6th, the first week of we starting off the New Year's. Cause is gonna do his full ABC poem in its entirety,
Oh,
all
wow.
27 letters. Which I don't know if y'all know who Cause is or heard his alphabet poem. And he's gonna do the whole thing for us. So we're gonna start off with the basics on the new year, man. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. Yeah,
That's awesome. Well, I'm gonna tap in with you, brother. I'm not hosting on Friday nights anymore, so I'll tap in with you and check you out.
hey, you always have a place here with me, man. We love you,
Big
brother.
love, brother. Thank you for shining tonight.
I appreciate the space, man. Now I'm gonna switch over to my phone, jump in the car. I'll hear the rest of y'all in a minute.
Drive safely, brother.
Will do, man.
That part. And y'all give it up to our brother Thomas. Open minds. Beautiful words. And while y'all
Yeah,
sit,
Thomas.
yeah,
Yeah.
come on, keep the energy going. Um, Forgive me. I don't pull people up out of order that they come into the room, but I pull you up out of order that I see you on the screen. Unless there's an emergency or something that you may have to tap out, I'll allow you to come in, and I hope everybody understands that sometimes we have situations. So, we allow the space for everybody to share. All right. With that being said, y'all open your hearts and your mics and show some love to Mary Ann Peterson.
Marianne, yeah.
Marianne! Woohoo!
Yeah, yeah.
See you.
Hey,
How things going tonight?
same old, same old. Still trying to come up with funds to pay back my old bank and to try to pay some bills because of being scammed out of over $2,000. And then also got some bad news yesterday, which I wrote a poem about, and that's the first one I'm gonna read about the bad news we got yesterday. And this happened the day before yesterday, and it's called Opal. O is for original, P is for precious, A is for awesome, L is for laughter. Let us say goodbye to another family member. She was like a grandma to my son. She will be deeply missed. She earned her angel's wings. That's it for that one.
Wow, was that her name? Was her name Opal?
Yes.
Yeah, that was beautiful. The acronyms that you utilized for it was beautiful.
Thanks.
My condolences. May the Most
Thanks.
High be pleased with the work that she's put in. And we're just gonna send some love and support for your family during this time.
Thanks. Okay. This one is called I Was Down and Out. It's based on rank prompt. The rank prompt was I was down and out, but not out. I was down but not out. The rank prompt was, so it's called I was down but not out. I was down but not out. I became down from domestic violence. I became down from depression. I came down from bullying. I became down from anorexia. I came down from sleep apnea. I was down numerous times, but I never became out. That's it for that one.
Say that again loudly. Down but not out.
Yeah. It was I was down numerous times, but I never became out.
That's right. That's right. We honor you for being strong and
Thanks.
persevering. Keep going. Give us another piece, y'all. And let Mary Ann do 3 pieces because her pieces are short. So try to give her a little more leeway than others.
Okay. This one is called Richard YNF. I wrote this one on the 23rd of this month. And it's the day I found out that a person I used to watch on the app You Now ended up passing away not too long before that. R is for real. I is for intelligent. C is for caring. H is for hopeful. A is for awesome. R is for really cool. D is for dear. Y is for a young at heart. N is for nice. F is for fun. Let's say goodbye to another broadcaster. He was really nice. He was intelligent. He will be deeply missed. That's it for that one.
Thank you, Marianne. Y'all
Welcome.
open y'all hearts, y'all mics, and show some love to the poet.
Thank you, Marianne. I love
Marianne.
this. Yes, awesome.
All my
Especially
best.
down but never out. I love that.
Down but never out,
Thanks.
right?
Yes.
Right, y'all pay homage. I always love the rawness of Marianne's pieces. She always brings you into her right now, her immediate space, and not too many people are can do that or are willing to do it. So we truly appreciate you. Put
Thanks.
your put your GoFundMe into the chat so that we can try to tap in and nothing's too small, family. If it's something you can do to help in these times, please find it in your heart to do so. With that being said, y'all show some love again for Marianne. And while y'all doing that, open your hearts and your mics and show some love to the maggots, Gustav Salas.
Hey, Mr. Witz, gifted and beloved poets. I have two pieces here. Hey, I have two pieces here. They are from the New Eurekan Poets Cafe theme, technology, game-changing technology. And this one's called My Cell Phone. My cell phone is a wonder of technology. I love it without apology. It can Google any information, give me directions across the nation, or find me what to eat for dinner, a recipe or a restaurant that's a winner. It has a camera that takes great selfies that I can post to Instagram with ease. My cell phone lights up with just a touch. I must say it does so much to make my life just that much better. Yes, this phone's a real go-getter. My cell phone really seems to know me. It does everything but blow me. And my next piece, friends, is called Ode to Zoom. This is quite simply an ode to Zoom and the global poetry boom, which has transformed my life, given me respite from all the strife, from the COVID-19 nervous breakdown, which threatened to take down my fucking sanity. It threatened our very humanity. We were forced to social distance. To shelter in place was the insistence. Then Zoom open mics began to flourish. Truly, my soul they did nourish, creating bonds with poets worldwide who are now my friends that I'd have never met without Zoom. Indeed, it opened a world in which I am freed. Thank you.
Y'all open your mics and show some love to the Megan.
We love you, Gustav. Yeah.
I love your style. It's so unique.
Awesome pieces as always.
I always appreciate the energy that you bring to your words, man. It's like you living in them, man. So, don't never lose that fire, brother. Keep that passion burning.
Cheers. Thanks for the space. I appreciate it, Mr. Witz.
Man, always, you're welcome, brother. You got a cot in the back. Always, always. So y'all keep that love going for our brother the Megas. And while y'all doing that, open your hearts and y'all mics and let's show some love to Triple P building.
Yo, what's going on, fam?
What's up, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Man, appreciate you coming through tonight.
Don't know. Anytime I can, I'm here. All right. So the first piece I'm going to share is called Recycled Air. Although we all have different things that we believe in, we should all be in agreement that life should be a right despite the color of human beings. See, we breathe the same air, but not the same freedom. Death, the same demon reeking, seeped in the very smoke that emotes from African skin burning and bleeding, a constant choke of eternal Eden. A garden of sin repeating, countless beatings, mornings inside of evenings, the meandering meaning held in every breath once golden. The same one cops have stolen, black, beautiful bodies broken out in the open. The numbers are growing, modern day lynchings for the showing, knowing oxygen's always been a right that takes flight on the wings of a cop. Equality, an unbalanced thought taught in police academy. Oh, the fallacy hidden within a salary, bought and brought into white hot fantasies. That those in power empower into reality. The casualties, well, the casualties take a breath, even less, as they face their death, breathing their last as their souls are cast into a mask of murder. Merger of calculated hatred and past sins of a kin racist. Now recycled air appears sacred as they worship a god desensitized and dangerous. The history of cotton still lingers, though forgotten, its scent still rotten. The rest becomes respiratory problems. How do we rest as the world burns, as the world turns, as the world seems unconcerned? How they treat my people ain't hell of burning evil. Though we all have different things we believe in, we should all be in agreement that life should be a right despite the color of human beings. Are they angels or disciples of demons? See, we breathe the same air, but not the same freedom. That's that first piece. All right.
Woo!
Slade.
Yes.
Yeah, Triple P.
Boom.
Badass piece.
Gotta take triple breaths when we listen to that one.
All right.
That was insane.
Yeah, that was a bullhorn piece. Definitely put the bullhorns out for you. Make sure you check in the comments. You got some love out
Yeah, yo, Triple P, that's the first time I ever heard you, man, and that was a powerful piece, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, thanks, fam. All right. And
a little bit of one of my favorite poets, CP Mays. I don't know if you know CP. I love your voice, and you're different and unique from him, but there's something about your cadence that reminded me a little bit of him. And he's a genius, and I think you might be too.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. All right. And this last piece, just going to jump into it. Can we quickly discuss how much this poem really sucks? How many rebirths are enough, and why must I repeatedly get treated rough to see my dignity is only here to be crushed, manipulated, and fucked? Why do I trust hardly, yet get bodied by the ones I decide to open up to? See, this poem ain't nothing new, but I knew it should be neutered when I saw it fucking with other poets. See, if you haven't noticed, rebirth poems are the trend. Between poets, songwriters, and friends, these poems start off differently, but they all have the same end: toxic positivity. Where are the poems of misery, mystery, military-minded, going to war with my flaws till things are rearranged? I'm not comfortable with the word change. Rebirth is the same insane game that comes along with gruesome pains and moments of disdain. What's there to gain? Might as well fix what is broken. I don't want to be reborn in golden, only to be valued as bronze. Let me live a long life of trying to get things right. Hey, I think I'll just write where I left off crying. I've had my shares of tears, but those years were not dying. They were just delusional. Rebirth is unusual, and I ain't patient. I'd rather stay working than waiting, because I don't personally believe in reincarnation. When I die, words will cease to exist. Poetry will be a curse to you instead of a gift. Every time you hear somebody spit, you'll remember how my poems took you on a trip. When I die, my relationships will perfectly slip out of consciousness. So tell the EMT, there's no use in saving me. I don't want to be reborn in the end, to only experience this death again of my pen. Peace, y'all. Blessed, and guys have an awesome night. I'll be in the comments.
Y'all open your mics and show some love for the poet.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, woo!
Spectacular
Absolutely.
work.
You blow me away absolutely every time. I'm never ready.
I meant to say this. Make sure y'all keeping up with each other. I know some of you may be new to one another, so please put your IG handles in the chat so we can stay in touch with one another. You know, this is a growing family, so we want to make sure that we continue to reach out to one another beyond these screens. So yeah, if you've spoken already and I haven't mentioned you, please put your IG handle in the chat. And thank y'all for showing the love in the room, filling up the comment section, as well as being vocal about the impact that you're getting from one another. The biggest thing that I appreciate in this room is the honor and respect that we have for each other. Truly treat each other like family. Jamal, welcome to the room, my brother. I appreciate you coming in. Black Noise, I see you. AJ Houston, Marianne Teff, Tiana Moore, you know, Brandy, Cynical, appreciate y'all. Ray Jane, you know, these all the faces that snuck in that I didn't get to greet as the show opened up. So I'm awesome to have you tonight. If you would like to share, please, down at the bottom of the screen is a reaction button. And if you raise your hand, I promise to acknowledge you and allow you to get your point across. What we're doing tonight is 2 pieces a piece, 2 poems per artist, unless they're really short. With that being said, y'all give it up one more time for my brother Triple P. And that's why y'all loving on Triple P. Open up your hearts and your mics and show some love to Fine Bell. Did I say your name correctly?
Finn Bell, yeah.
Hi there, Mr. Witz. It's Finn Bell.
Finn
Yeah.
Bell. Finn
Thank
Bell.
you so much. It's good to be back here. It's been a while.
Are you AI on us?
I'm AI. Yeah, I am not camera ready today. I have a big old allergy, as you could hear in my voice. So we're allowed to share 3 poems. Is that correct? Ooh, CP just came in.
2 poems. Two poems, please. Unless they're really short.
I manifested CP. Two poems. Okay. So the first one I want to do is a Cyclops poem called Zip It. A Cyclops poem is the creation of Catalyst. She is the wife of Tom from Open Minds, Open Mic. And basically what it is it's a freestyle poem of any length where all the words consist of a solitary letter I. So this is called Zip It. Clip, hypothetical wings, sing in 6 symphonic, is this demise in line with pretentious lime, light, this glorious blight, bright, bring into this ring, dirty, shiny belligerence, mine is satisfied, fair fight, skip right. Lip, misogyny, spit lies, upright, dislike brings light bite. Is it feeling perturbing, bitsy might? Is impotent, spoiled child feeling this slight? Is it right? It's unfair? Pobrecito. Chain it, zip it, dip it in silence. I am unwilling, zilch counting in lending, sympathetic spirit. All right, sit tight, chill, sweetie. I discover prejudice peaking. So that's one poem. Okay. The next one is titled Straw House. I did it especially for the November 1st, Thursday night, New Rican Poets Cafe. The last sound made by water sizzles as it kills a flame. Pinatay ko. Intone this in mother tongue, spell work of comfort and protection. Lomate. Follow this with La Lengua del Conquistador, un vinculo de recuerdo. I fight my way back, along this past pathway of skylark song to know your voice, recall the swells, the homebound depths. When we were dwelling here, we battened down the hatches and padded up our nest well. I pulled you down over my chest to cover me, press your weight, assurance. We lay there next to the last trampled grass by the river's current, watch the heavens for signs, the light of each star strains through a veil of sky to be seen by us. The thin bone whine of wind breaks the tree branches and punctuates my eardrums to rattle the words, hear me, do you hear me? I will let you go tomorrow, my palms burning fever touch, I release you, you carry me with you, I never leave your side. Close your eyes and rose-crushed heady cloys. In my visitation before the sun found footing and climbed in torturous agony into the center of the universe, you fell from its core. Do you recognize the roar of sound? Of sound. When you walk away, does it thrum in the blood of your veins when you leave it behind? I was the woman in your apparition, dressed in resurrection, 3-barbed pentacle, the goddess returns, walks these hallowed grounds, assumption into purgatory, blinding light. You will not remember my name next week. This is the curse of love and being loved. Thorn and splinter and red, red, bloody wine. After the gospel comes the lore. I will wear the crimson satin cloak over my bare skin. I will leave my cottage straw to gold chaotic. Throw open my hooded shutters, let you in, let you in, let you come in, come inside. Me, baby, if I do, will you play the wolf, blow my house down before you go? Thank you.
Wow. Y'all open your mic to show some love.
Yes,
Wow.
spectacular, Finn.
Amazing.
Hope
And
you feel better.
Thanks so much. Yeah.
Amazing piece.
A lot of Benadryl.
Yeah, you delivered those pieces like you're fine over there. So, hopefully that energy allow you to, keep fighting.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed.
Whatever's bothering you. But your wordplay, your word choice was definitely awesome, and your cadence was awesome as well. Um, I appreciate you coming in and sharing with us tonight.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mr. Wetz.
I'd have to say you're on Benadryl because, girl, you rocked it like always.
I love that.
Oh, Whisper. That's such high compliment from you because I love your poetry. Thank you so much.
You're officially timed out for that comment, kind ma'am. You're just officially on timeout for that comment, kind ma'am.
What comment?
Benadryl.
What comments?
The Benadryl
What
comment.
comments, CP?
The Benadryl comment was
Benadryl?
amazing.
Oh, okay.
comment. Yeah.
Okay.
Big Pharma. Big Pharma's producing her poems, everybody. Big Pharma's producing her poems.
Diphenhydramine. Does it make it better? Diphenhydramine. There you go.
Man, super dope. I'm loving the energy in this room tonight. Y'all can continue to homage one another. These embraces are so important. It's not always easy to share these pieces that are coming from one another. Anytime a person comes up and express themselves, make sure you homage them and show your appreciation. All right. That being said, y'all open y'all mics, show some love again for Finn Bell. While y'all doing so, open your hearts and mics. And let's show some love to the other half of this show, the amazing Gifted.
Gifted. Let's go.
Hello, everyone. What an amazing evening. All right. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, we hear you perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. These are some old pieces. I've been looking. I have a competition coming up on Saturday, and so I was looking for some pieces, and I found these two old pieces, and they're short and quick. So here we go. Rescue me. Can't breathe, drowning from the cascades of sorrow like waterfall upon my head. A sea of grief, emotional roller coaster consumes the fiber of my being. Each breath labored from the loss of memories that fade was too strong to frame my mind, lips to vocalize my needs, desires, wants, crave of your hold, to know my mode in this cold misery. Release me. Release me from your hold, your foothold, your chokehold, lovely nights and loneliness. Fill the empty space with sleepless slumber. My dreams bleed moments of pain. Hindsight. I'd rather follow your footsteps in the snow. If only you'd save me for me. Deliver me. Rescue me. That's that piece.
That was beautiful.
I don't know what I was going through. This was in 2020. It's a lot of that too. All right.
Super dope.
Yeah. Who knew? Who knows? All
So I
right.
finally got to hear it. Kept teasing me. So I finally got to hear it.
What do you mean?
You kept saying the first three lines, whispering the first three lines to yourself.
When? No.
We'll talk about it later. Thank you for sharing that piece.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know what he's okay. That's a different one. That was for the slam. Anyway, all right. This next piece, ironically, was a prompt that was provided in one of the workshops that Mr. Witz did way back when. It says September 2020, September 5th. The prompt was maybe tomorrow will save me from today. I don't know what to expect from me. And yet I don't know what you expect either. Up and down, I'm stretched out of bounds, so far beyond ordinary lines, and you try to invade my time. How could you? How could you pervade my space, occupy my mind, break down all of the resistance? Charmingly, witty, like a snake. How did you get so dirty? How did you get so dirty that you chase me down, tease me, deplete my soul? Effortlessly, you glided in. And then quickly out, you ghosted me. How could you? Burden my shoulders, massage my heart, take it out and then back in. The weight of the encounter left me in such phenomenal way. But my soul will never be the same. Poetra, que demande, et se voir aujourd'hui. Maybe tomorrow will save me from today in its misery. That's that piece.
Wow, y'all open your mics
Wow.
and love poet.
Your delivery is so beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Son.
Thank
Yo,
you.
some of the wordplay and delivery on them lines, like, oh, they hit hard.
Thank you.
So
And how
gifted. Here's my
sad your
advice.
words are. You light up the mic every time. Every time.
Oh, thank you.
my advice, Gifted, for all the whatever, man, the accolades and all the shit that I've acquired or whatever, I learned a couple things about competing. One, you have the competition. Do not go in there trying to compete. Let everybody else compete. You're not competing to win. You know, like you're not competing against anyone else but yourself. Like, so you have to do that poem better than you did last time, or find ways to harness emotions in new ways that you haven't did it yet. Other than that, like smile, because that shit's gonna take you places, and give me some of the money. Give me some of the money.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Rock out, rock out.
And those vibes. Thank you.
So,
Thank
man, great advice, brother CP. Appreciate that. You know, that's what it's all about, making sure that we all can be the best us at all times. So yeah, continue to do that. I appreciate that. That's, I think what you said goes for everybody in this room.
Thank you.
Only competing against yourself.
So true.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Love it, love it.
Yeah, thank you, Gifted. Amazing work as always. Y'all continue to show that love and support to the amazing Gifted, and what y'all doing. So open your hearts and your mics and let's show some love to Nemo soon. My food dog.
Nemo!
Hey, we made it to Wednesday.
Man, it's good to see you, brother.
Wow. I mean, every Wednesday is amazing, but everybody is absolutely on fire tonight. So, excuse me. I have two microtriptychs to read. I've been in a dark place, so some of this is pretty dark. The walls reek of mold and self-hate. Shame and my garbage are heaped in the corner. My home and its floor are filthy. There is illness here. Twisting words nobody heard, but broken wasn't spoken. Injecting pain set off my brain, twice insane and 2 times woken. My mind got shredded and all I dreaded descended. Distressed, I confessed, and as I fretted, my marriage ended. Turning the corner on a familiar street, I encountered myself when I was just a boy, walking headlong into the storm. And I wanted to shout some warning, share some wisdom that would spare him from the winds that batter with words. But I never did learn how to dodge a lightning bolt, and this charred heart doesn't hold any answers. I only survived the ordeal. I never mastered it. So I watched him go alone and unprepared into the rain, standing silently, twisting tragedy into verses. And here's the second one. Home is where my monster lives. And every time I've changed my home, he's followed. I woke this morning to find myself changed. My jaw is sore from grinding, but that's nothing new. I had to untangle myself from the machine that keeps me sleeping, as I do every morning. One machine to make me sleep, one machine to wake me. I won't look at myself in the mirror. Maybe I'm afraid to see my true face. Or maybe I can't bring myself to look into those sad eyes anymore. Some days The horns are heavy, and my head is bowed, and my mood is dark, and my heart feels like it will never heal. When gods meet men, they make monsters. When monsters mate, do they make a man no God would claim? I woke this morning to find myself changed. I was supposed to be the second coming of my father, a scholar or a ditch digger, he would say. But I never could sit still long enough to become learned. So when I was handed a shovel, I didn't ask questions. I dug until the work consumed me, burned me, made me ash. But embers left glowing return. Thank you.
Those were so
Brilliant,
powerful. I
Nemo.
loved it.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
was so visual.
On actual where his head was.
You're such a dope fucking writer, man. It makes me sick to my fucking stomach, Nemo. Like, like I don't know how long it takes you to write a micro triptych, 3 separate thematically connected pieces. And it comes across as if it's so easy for you. And I know it's not. Like, you're dope, man. It makes me sick sometimes, too.
Thank you. The microtriptych is a performance thing. I never, they're not written. All of those are micro poems. And part of how I express myself, the way I can tell you what's going on with me is by taking micro poems that I've written at certain times in my life and putting them together into a microtriptych.
Got you.
Just
yeah.
It's definitely
Thank you.
brilliant, brother. It's definitely brilliant, and your word choice is again, like they said, so visual. It's like you really bring us into your pieces, man.
Oh, Wits. I think I broke the code. Wits. It's not just a word choice, y'all. And tell me if I'm wrong. It's the emotional choices you make. Like it's the emotions you attach to the phrasing of the words. That like, what is it? I'm supposed to oh shit. Ray Jane called it. I was supposed to be the second coming of my father. Like the word choice is so dope, but that fucking emotion, like it speaks volumes. And you have a way of like controlling emotions in your poems, man. It's made me sick, dude. I'm just gonna keep saying it all night. Make me sick.
Well, I appreciate
Yes, I put this in the comments, but I want you to hear it as well because your writing, it's an awakening of the soul. And I mean that you're writing, the heartfelt transparency of it is just it grips your heart, you know. And I love the way you evoke the emotion in your pieces, and thus evoking emotion in those who experience and hear you. So I appreciate your pen very much.
Thank you, Gifted. Thank you so much. Sometimes it's nasty stuff, but it always feels better to get it out, especially here. I need this show. I need it. It's an important part of my, my support network. Getting it out, and so miraculous that it connects. So thank you.
We're here for you, brother. You know that. And forgive me because I know we normally text throughout the day, and I kind of been a little distant. Life is happening on this end as well. But definitely get well soon, brother. Know we here for you. And, I'll be tapping in with you, checking on you a little more frequently.
Better out than in. I heard that, Diane. All right. Thank you, Nemo. If there's anyone who may have spoken when you speak, sometimes it lowers your hand. So if that has happened to you, make sure you look and see if your hand is still raised. And if not, make sure you get it raised so we can hear your beautiful poetry. Thanks.
Thank you for that, Gifted. Truly appreciate it. Y'all show some love to our brother Nemo soon, one more time. And while y'all doing so, open your hearts and your mics, and let's show some love to Marianne Tap. I know
thank
we're
you.
having
Thank you very
issues with the
much.
hand raising, so I definitely want to make sure that I
Woo,
acknowledge
Mariana. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's really a pleasure to be here for the first time, and I'd like to share 2 poems with you tonight. The first is called The Art of Kindness. Come, practice your kind arts with me. Mold my porcelain clay into the sort of vessel from which you can drink without cease. Remove layer upon layer of striated years until you reveal the angel in the marble. Moisten your brush in the waters of bliss, that its fine bristles may glow turquoise and sapphire. Clutch the neon chalk in your fist without fear that the next storm will make sidewalk spectra of your handiwork. Observe well that you may sharpen your tools and capture the real and unreal in fine lines and shading. I will pose by the hour for you in the rising half-light that flows from the east and the falling rays that mark the way west. Wrapped in luminous mist from the scented moon, we will become maestro and muse, and all the kind arts we practice will at once be made perfect. Second piece is called Lion. It is unsafe to dare, yet you know you will. For that, you must remember never to forget. If you meet and run zigzag, for his massive heft makes it impossible to break, and you may outrun the hurt he would cause you. If you meet a cheetah, you must not meet his gaze, for he will race, most unchivalrous jouster, to gouge out your human eyes if you let him. If you meet a cobra, you must not seek to match his smile, but raise your foot with silver-headed pin placed in your soul in clever forethought that the snake would mistake those shining orbs and direct his vile spit away from your tender eyes, so that when you meet greatest of animals, the lion whose mane will caress your waiting skin and wrap you in the dreams of 1,000 full moons, you will meet him gaze for gaze to walk clear-sighted beside him home. Thank you.
Wow. Y'all
Woo!
show some love, please.
The imagery.
Yeah.
Yeah, the imagery and style is beautiful.
Ooh,
Yeah.
beautiful, Marianne, as always.
Oh, thank you, Rach.
And her voice is just hypnotizing and calm and soothing. I loved it. Oh my gosh. I loved it. Thank you.
Marianne, do you like Kipling? Something about your content on that last one reminded me of Kipling, who I love.
Don't do that. That's the only reason I write is Kipling. The only reason I write is Kipling and Seuss.
And your voice, Ray Jane had it right. Your voice is amazing. It's like precise, and yet it's like the perfect cup of tea. When
Oh,
you
yeah.
fix your tea exactly the way you like it, whether you take it with lemon or cream or sugar, but there's a process. There's this beautiful, wonderful, comforting, elegant process to the perfect cup of tea. And at the end of it, you have this delicious, wonderful, warming drink. And your voice was like that for me.
Oh, thank you so much. The second poem, Mayan, was actually inspired by a conversation with a friend who in his life has encountered a number of large exotic animals, and I just was so impressed with what to do in various situations that, I had to do something with that information in the way that I do. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow. Yeah. Mary Ann. Yeah. The homage tonight. Y'all make sure y'all keep giving that love. I appreciate it. I got to experience you last night. That was the first time that I've heard you. I was invited into the room by General Lissimo. And yeah, you was definitely dropping it again last night. So it's an honor to have you here sharing with us this evening.
Pleasure's mine. Thank you so much.
And for those who have shared, please make sure you put your IG handles in the chat so the rest of the room can follow you. I know a lot of us are meeting each other for the first time, and that's what this space is all about, growing this family and homaging one another. So again, I appreciate you all for joining. For those who have just joined, if you would like to share, please reach down to the bottom of the screen. There's a reaction button. And if you raise your hand there, I'll know that you would like to share, and I'll make sure that you're acknowledged during the show. I do know some of you hands have been lowered, so y'all forgive me for jumping around a little bit, but I've seen people in the room that were in the lineup, and as they comment, IG, Zoom has this thing where it'll kick you down. So I'm going to do this here and just to keep the energy flowing. Thomas, I want to thank you for sticking around. Sometimes we have poets that come in early and they can't stay. So for whatever reason, they tend to pop out. But even in your travel, you have found a way to listen in, and not only listen, but comment on what you've heard. So I truly appreciate you here tonight. With that being said, y'all open your hearts and show some love to Mrwitzthepoet again. And while y'all doing so, open y'all mics and let's show some love to It's Ray Jane.
Greetings, greetings. Thank you, Marianne, for blessing us with both of those pieces. And shout out to all of the artists who've gone before me. I'm just sitting here, dipping my chips in it. It's good queso, y'all. It's very good. I appreciate the space as always, Mr. Witz. Great to see you in here with all some other familiar faces and new friends. As they mentioned, my name is Ray Jane. That's ITSRAYJANE. And I got a new book out. Okay, I'm promoting it like crazy everywhere. It's Black Like That. Please, if you haven't already, chosen to support it, if you feel so inclined after you hear what I share, we would love to share the journey with you. So come through, find me, So I'm gonna read one piece from the book and some new shit. Cause we always writing, right? We always growing. Y'all keep me inspired. All right. So the piece I'm gonna read from the book is called Brown. Because I just feel like being, in my feminine bag for a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do. I sling this melanin like bags of blow. So enchanting they hate, but everybody know this glow grows so vine-like, so fine-like. Distance between me and majesty, so bad. I be strutting full plume, everything fat like, no need to zoom, leaving no doubt, no space, no room for naysay. The way I play these adulting chords, symphony of cacophonous melody. Above your head I be deep, buried into the earth of your existence, getting you together, repairing your omniscience, no distance, comparable to my width, the breath of which coating you warm, soft, comfort food, nourishment, consumed, and yet endless. Don't try, you can't comprehend this. Just put your hands out, submit, and take in this doling out of my gifts. Now that you've been blessed, don't get too comfortable, starting to rest on my morals, leaning heavily on my peace, misperceiving the lingering of your honey on my lips for excuse not to get that ass dismissed, child. You wish I'd been this favor in your direction, but I do not commit without proper inspection, cause every temple ain't worth my prayers, and I'd rather not have your pillars come down around my fears. No, thank you. I'll just as soon gather up this gorgeous loom, remnants of my colors threading their way back to Oshun. I vacate with my spirit intact, the black on my back not tainted by whack attempts to emulate my great. Contrary to stories of late, imitation does not flatter, sounding more like words spit by Mad Hatter. Foolishness, feigning as manna. My realness predating McCoy, so bye boy with that nonsensical lie. I know who I am. Goddess, queen, creator, weakness of men, dipped for perfection in just enough melanin.
Yeah. Just awesome. Complete, just fantastic.
More.
Yes, don't show
Yeah, more.
Awesome, Ray Jane.
Bye.
my first time hearing you. They all know that, like, just suck you into the poem thing. That was awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all for the space. You know, not many places in the world do we get to expand into the fullness of what we're supposed to be, or to even attempt that. So I'm grateful to all of you for allowing me safe space to do what I think I'm supposed to be here to do. And if if you messes with it, we just dropped the audio album, put it in the chat, you know what I'm saying? So, come through. We on Audible. If you don't mess with Amazon, you can just come to the website. We got some other links, you know what I'm saying? We down with the peoples too, you know what I'm saying? So, last piece, so as to be respectful of other folks' time, is new shit. And this is entitled, This is a Test. The following is a test of your programming. Public service announcement. Us black folk have no more culture to feed you. We are rerouting our riches back to black people. We are adding extra oil to our afros and all lamps for the new hill. Update. Y'all fuckers from the Klan still couldn't burn us down. In Tulsa, the spirit's still walking round. If you quiet, you can hear the wailing sound. That's all the wise still hanging from the trees in town. After they killed, the killing, the cheering still resounds. Wrapped in my black history, but still can't be found. Can't be me at work, cause they frown upon my crown. Can't heal, cause I'm crying, cause I can't hold what I feel. I don't feel strong enough. This generational trauma keeps coming up. I tried to swallow it down, but the news keeps showing me cuffed and dead and dying and tased, and nobody fucking de-escalates. They just ensure my hope hypoventilates and go on to decimate, deregulate the demand for equality, make my death a spectacle, then speculate that when I die, there is no need to investigate. The first lie is still working. Land of the free is bullshit when you look like me. I'll smile again when they stop fucking killing me. Now back to your original programming.
Wow. Y'all open y'all mics and show some love.
Wow.
Ray Jane, incredible. Yeah.
Wow.
I love your voice.
Nice. I appreciate that. I really do.
Thunderlung.
Vinyl, if the vinyls are still available.
The vinyls are sold out. They're
Oh
gone.
God, I missed it.
But thank you all. I appreciate you.
That's
Oh, and I got a reading of my book
coming up next Thursday. That's also in the information that I dropped. I put the Zoom info. So if you want to hear me read majority of the book to you, alongside some other amazing poets, women, Cicero poets come through. We appreciate you. Thank you again for letting me take up space.
Thank you for holding it. And not only put that in there, but make sure you put your IG handle in there. Is your IG handle wrapped in that as well? Okay, boom. Y'all make sure y'all following and stay in touch with one another. It's important that we meet outside of these small rooms and continue to uplift one another along these journeys. Y'all give it up one more time for Ray Jane. So while y'all loving on her, y'all open y'all mics and y'all hearts and let's show some love to Cynical Insomniac.
Cynical.
Wits, it's been forever, bro.
Yeah, welcome.
Let's go, Sin. Let's go.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Glad to be here. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm Cynical Insomniac, spoken word artist in Wilmington, North Carolina. And I'm just gonna do my two pieces. The first one is called Stutter. When I was young, I had a terrible stutter. And those who know me well can attest it comes back even now sometimes when I'm under stress. And I have been known to obsess over this stutter. If I get caught on a word, I'll work my way around it until I can finally make my meaning known. But that whole time inside my own dome, I'm thinking, what the hell kind of poet are you if you can't even talk? See, there it is. My brain is moving, but my mouth starts to balk. I don't know if my brain is too fast or my tongue is too slow, maybe both. But I get stuck, mostly on vowels or open sounds like I, R, U. I'll sound like a revving engine trying to pronounce a W. I know exactly what I want to say, but my mouth does not want to play, and it is beyond frustrating. And it doesn't help when you tell me to calm down. It's just a stutter because you don't understand. It makes me feel like I'm 5 years old again. It's like the words are locked away inside my mind and my tongue trips over itself trying to find them. I can still remember the little pokes and jabs thrown my way by other kids. Kids who didn't know what it's like to have a beautiful sentence buried in your mind and you have to fight to the death to release it. They don't know what it was like. Knowing that people think you're stupid just because you couldn't tame your tongue. I remember that feeling. I think that's why I pursued languages. I wanted to master the thing that made me feel so ashamed. I wanted to forget those crying days, but now I'm a trilingual poet who still fucking stutters, so I don't really know the point I was trying to make. But I hide it well. I've learned how to talk around corners, avoid those dangerous words. And you know what's weird? I never stutter in German. I never stuttered in French. It's only English that I have this problem with. So maybe that's another reason language is so appealed to me. In my second and third tongues, I can talk without the concern that I'll run the clock up when my mother tongue inevitably gets caught up and I dissolve into a puddle of stuttering nonsense. And I don't want to have that feeling again. So I stall, delay, wait for my mouth to unknot itself. I never really overcame it. I think it was just able to shove it into a corner of my brain that I don't often visit. Stutter proves the devil is real. And I know that sounds like a very intense way to feel. It's just a stutter after all. There are far more important things than this, Sin. Move along, but I can't. Because I know that feeling. The feeling of pain from the sparks as the misfiring wires cross in my brain and agony as they ignite a fire. I know that feeling. Being looked down on as stupid because I couldn't eloquently enunciate my thoughts, because I got stuck on stupid, simple sounds that most people master as toddlers. But I know. Calm down. It's just a stutter. And that is that first piece.
Woo! My goodness.
It was
Oh
fun.
my God. Yeah, that was fire. That was
Yeah, wow. Superbe.
That was so clever.
Merci.
De rien.
very cleverly written.
Thank you. For the second piece, this is one of my favorites. It's called Rock, Paper, Scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. He started as a rock. It started as a game. Almost as soon as he could talk, he'd hold out his hand and play rock, paper, scissors. He always chose the rock. He liked to think himself strong. Even when he was very young, he was like a rock, never admitted he was wrong, stubborn, unmoving, but lovable all the same. Or at least he was, until the bullies learned his name. Rock, paper, scissors. He learned pretty quickly he was not as strong as a rock. Rocks don't bleed. And he did. So he became the paper. He tried to fly away. He wanted to be weightless, just get caught up in a gale and disappear one day. Rock, paper, scissors. His opponents were the rocks now. They were strong. He was weak. He kept hoping he could lay on them and steal their breath, steal their air, suffocate them like the game said. But although he tried again and again, he always walked away bleeding. Rock, paper, scissors. His life was speeding away before his very eyes. His happiness was disappearing. So he sharpened himself into scissors, but it didn't seem to matter. The rocks were always bigger. It didn't matter who he told. The rocks easily crushed him. No matter the bruises the bullies left, the adults shrugged and did nothing. Rock, paper, scissors. Boys will be boys, right? He heard that so much he began to believe it was true. The other kids at school either laughed or didn't care about the scissor boy who bled every day, crushed and broken and bruised by the rocks surrounding him, left crying alone in a bathroom stall, eating lunch alone with scars on his skin. Rock, paper, scissors. He just wanted to be the rock again. But he knew he didn't have the strength. He wanted to be the paper again, but he knew he couldn't fly away. He wasn't sharp enough to continue as scissors. He was too dull to do any damage. But he knew one option he did have. One thing he could do. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, rock, paper, scissors. Shoot. And that is that second piece.
Y'all open your mics and show some love. That was
Damn, that was good.
That was
Powerful.
Yeah.
Edge of my
all of
seat
the
the whole
Appreciate it.
time. Edge of my seat.
hazing
Black
that
like
turned
that.
out
Appreciate
into
it.
school shootings and everything. That piece definitely brought to that. Did you hear me? I know it was a lot of homage being paid just now.
No, I did not hear. I caught like the last 10 seconds.
Well, I said that the piece was brilliantly written, especially how it brought the concept, or shall I say, the subject up with mass shootings, school shootings that turn out from hazing, and not getting what's necessary to keep that balance, to keep a person whole before they break, and it does turn out in a shooting. So that was well scripted. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
And I just wanted to jump in and say, like, it's my first time hearing you, and you're amazing. Like, even your pen name is dope. So that lets you know off gate that you're amazing, and you wear glasses. But like, I literally was supposed to work on a poem this weekend of paper, rock, scissors. That was my theme for the entire poem. Me going paper, rock, scissors. Thank you for taking the poem off my table for this weekend. Super dope.
Thank you.
Right now, hearing your words, that was so incredible. Made me cry. And I was thinking about everything you were talking about, dealing with the stuttering, and that obviously is something that has impacted you greatly throughout your life.
Yeah.
I want to suggest that maybe that's the universe's way of making you repeat something really important.
I just need
Thank
to
you for your words.
teach myself that, because all I do is just get super frustrated. Like, I stutter a tiny bit, no one else notices, and I'm like, God damn it. Like, it's, I make it noticeable because I react to myself doing it. But it's like just constantly triggering myself every time I stutter. But yeah, that's a good way to think about it. I appreciate that.
You have an amazing honesty in the way that you present your poetry, and in the poetry itself. I just feel like you're very present, and that's very powerful.
Thank you.
Awesome. Cynical, make sure you put your IG handle in the chat so those who aren't familiar with you can get familiar, and we can continue to grow as a family. Dope. Thank you for coming and sharing space with us tonight. Y'all keep that love going for Cynical Insomniac. And while y'all doing so, open your hearts and mics and let's show some love to Brandy.
Let's
I'm
go.
used to calling you Whisper Poet. What's this Brandy stuff tonight?
Whisper.
Difficulties. I can't change my name. I can't figure out anything tonight. So we're just gonna go with the flow.
Love. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. And I haven't seen everybody in a while. It is so wonderful to come back in tonight and just so powerful, just amazing. I'm going to read one of my own tonight, but I'm also going to read one of Nemo's. And Nemo, I texted you this, that your words tonight were so poignant, just so powerful, so amazing. And so I hope I can do justice to the one of yours that I'm going to read. Just following in your footsteps with your words, I hope I can do justice to it. So I'm going to read off.
I'm sure you will. Absolutely.
Some of you guys may have heard this one before. This is called the Red Sky Poem. The sky is red, but it isn't burning. It isn't hot. And now it's full of the leather-winged heralds of hopelessness who have screens for faces, ever broadcasting the message of their masters that something once had is lost, or at least it's fading fast. The wicked winds of change are blowing, and I am alone. Driving away from the demon city, yellow lights blinking on and off onto empty roads. And how fast I'm going doesn't matter because there's no reason to stop. No reason for these tears. Hands gripping the steering wheel, too tired to brush away the exhaustion that creeps up my shoulders to my neck. Exhaustion that is going to crawl into my ear canal and make a painful passage in my brain. Maybe it's sulfur I smell, or maybe that's my dinner riding beside me as my senseless passenger, handed to me in a bag by another lost soul stranded in a colorful building with only the company of strangers out the window. But we didn't make eye contact for fear of seeing each other's broken heart. Now the sky is black, and my eyelids do nothing to block the sting of the taillights and stoplights out in front of me. I can feel the tower, metal fingers reaching up to reopen the wound in the belly of the beast we call the sky. And the blood looks like light, shining up into clouds instead of souls raining down, for I have been in that tower, watched the goods divided, portioned out with clumsy cuts to be packed in shipping crates, bound for the money men who would never deign to be seen by eyes so unworthy in the faces black with soot.
I'm about to faint. Thank you. That was absolutely incredible. I hope that's not terribly vain for me to say, but wow. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me read that. I read tarot cards, and I decided to write a poem about one of my reads that I did for myself. It was the first time I had ever used one of my readings as a prompt. So it was kind of an interesting journey to walk through that process. So this is it. Past, present, future, my cards I read, a journey into infinite possibilities. Lay them out smooth and feel the energy. Do I choose them, or do they choose me? My past revealed the Four of Swords. Past challenges shown, recent experiences left me desolate and alone. A confusing goulash of interactions, connections, relationships, or was it just blood pudding? It's time to wake up and refocus my inner badass. I sent her to bed without dinner a while back because she tried to tell me not to subvert me for a mask. A chainmail heart was my unachievable goal. My head was a firm mistress, but my heart, ever willing masteress. And my flesh soaked up your touch like rays of sun. I came undone. Whoopsie daisy. Brandy went a little crazy. But then came my present, the Five of Cups. And I am presently leaving behind self-inflicted losses. It's truth that I've been born and bound to crosses of my own making, and I am an expert at doing shit I know is going to be a problem. My injured vessel let blessings leak. I've been weak, but now I'm about to be woke. Tower is my future. The upheaval approaches, and I welcome my foundational shift. It comes on feet that move as they choose. The accumulated lint of my former life is caught in the lint trap at the back of my head. I am birthing my culture, potions and poetry, its placenta. I'm building its framework with the slivers of bone I carved with the blade that was forged from the fire I set when I burned down my life. I'm writing my story each day, clear-eyed and determined. I stand in the center of my circle and channel my own elemental flow in tune with the hum of the universe. But even a warrior can falter. Six of Cups, my biggest fear, the Pandora's box from childhood that sits like an anchor on my chest. Its unopened contents are the marionette strings upon which I dance. To open it or not? That is the question. And what if once opened, it's a harder lesson? My greatest strength, the tarot speaks, the apprentice of swords, a seeker of knowledge, curious, thirsty, and fearless of thorns. I crave understanding. I'm thankful for the mentor's torch. Its future lies in my hand, her gift a gift beyond measure, this gift the seed from which I grow. My cards are alive, smooth and slick, they fly through my hands, energy sparking and whispering to me of the ebb and flow of the ocean of knowledge that lies glittering, waiting to be consumed at the center of the universe. Will I have the chance to drink from this reservoir? Only the cards can say.
Beautiful. Y'all open y'all mics and show some love.
Yeah, fantastic. Love the tip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Woo! Oh my God,
Fantastic.
so
That
love it.
is an amazing piece.
That was so creative.
Escape artist, I didn't even see you in here. We're getting an echo from somewhere, but good to see you here tonight, love. Thank you for coming.
Thank you
Thank you for
guys so
having me.
much. I have missed all of you beautiful faces and your beautiful voices. You just restore my spirit and my cup overflows. Thank you.
Beautiful. This has been a great show thus far. All the energy has been transcending to one another, and the love that's been expressed from everybody, man. Please, y'all keep that up. Beyond these screens, like make sure that we tapping in and checking on each other, because it's a lot happening in life, and you never know what's going to keep the next person. You know what I'm saying? Just those few words, just checking in on them. You know, you can save somebody's life. With that being said, man, y'all keep that energy going for Whisper Poet. And y'all open your hearts and mics and let's show some love to Diane.
Hey. So I'm a first timer.
Hey.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank
Yeah, welcome.
It ain't gonna hurt. It ain't gonna hurt.
I think quite a few of you probably know Ramrock. So I've been in some of his prompt writing spaces, and these pieces come from a couple of those sessions. The prompt for this one was when does rubble become ruins? Brick and mortar, boom, blast. The rocket's red glare is blinding all of us. Shards of glass are, excuse me, shards of glass are grounded. Wait a minute. I apologize. I got to get my glasses, y'all. I can't see this. Hold on. Sorry.
You got it. You got it.
You got you, Poet. Take your time.
I know the
Had
feeling.
the
It's inside.
opportunity to share space with Diane also last night on another Zoom. That was, who was hosting that Zoom? I can't remember who. Oh, that was Kelly. Kelly was hosting the Zoom, and Diane was in there as well last night. So quite a few
I guess
people.
I need to eat more carrots.
And she's awesome. Y'all gonna enjoy her.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Let me start this over. I apologize so much. All right. Brick and mortar, boom, blast. The rocket's red glare is blinding all of us. Shards of glass are gnawed on by those standing by. It tastes better than the scraps thrown from the table. Blood-soaked bodies strewn throughout time. When will it cease? Greed-torn faces look on, out upon another landscape, desecrated and obliterated. The value of life is negative now. No amount of positivity has saved us. When all of the humanness is gone, the ruins will breathe and life will begin anew. Poem. Okay. It was better when you can see.
You did it! Let's go.
Pack so much in it.
Nice.
Yes. You know, just take your time with it next time so that every bit of it is enjoyed. It's like when you eating a meal and it's just so tasty that you just start stuffing it in your mouth, but you gotta take your time to enjoy it so you can digest it in its entirety. It was a lot in that work. I appreciate that shit.
I totally respect you saying that. I understand. This prompt was, in your eyes, I have read. Okay. Shocked blue eyes shook me to the core, an instant longing rising in my belly, a tinge of doubt, waving a red flag, but I ignore it. I want nothing more than for us to be intertwined on your bed, with brain on our minds, those ocean blue eyes undressing me repeatedly. Girl, what are you doing? I whisper to myself. I'm about to show this man why he should keep us around. No, you're not. Let him get to know us. Know us? Child, please, you see that bowls just like I do. and lust was once your middle name. But it's different now. I've been loving on you for a while now. Don't start something you can't finish. Oh, I can finish. Just let him wrap you in those arms and see where it goes. He says, hey, beautiful, hot red cheeks. And I say, hi. He walks on, a lost fantasy.
Woohoo!
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Put your superpower on, didn't you, with them glasses? I know how it goes.
Welcome.
Girl. I know how it goes.
Welcome.
Chris, the glasses
Come back.
came through tonight. I see y'all in here cutting up.
What? You better
in
ask
full
somebody.
fat.
Diane, like what was really cool, like I'm on this, like I'm so hungry for poetry now and everybody's feeding me. And like your last poem, your imagery was amazing in the beginning. Like the rising in my belly, I could see it. The flag, I could see it. Something intertwined, I could see it. The ocean blue, I could see it. And then you drop these jewels. Lust was once your middle name. Come on. Like, get out of here. Like, don't stop. Come back, please.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't even remember how I met Deep and ended up on one of his lives, Deep the Lyricist. And I have met so much greatness in the past couple of months. Like, I have found dozens of open mics on Instagram Live. Like, any time of the day or night, I can find some place to take in spaces like this. All of them have been safe spaces. It's been freaking fantastic. Like, these last few months have been the best of my life, I swear.
Yeah, I have to agree. Poets have taken to social media with such passion due to the quarantine, and to keep it up there after. It's not easy because everybody has life happening, and for those who make that sacrifice to create these spaces and allow for us to share, man, I homage everybody who do so.
Real quick, if any of you are not on Threads, I would so encourage it. I have so much, like, it's just all writing and poetry and art, and I've just found so much dopeness over there as well. Like, it's
what is Threads? I don't know anything
Thank
about.
you for, oh, go ahead.
Threads was Instagram's answer to Twitter. So it was kind of a little bit of a tug of war thing. So it is very similar to Twitter, I believe. I don't know, because I didn't really do Twitter before, but there's just real, like, when your people that's following you are active, it's like immediate engagement. You know what I'm saying? You post, you get a comment, you have these kind of back and forth with people or whatever, and it's just a great way to connect. There's a lot of people that have stuff going on, a lot of great books, and just people, you know, same like here, just doing their thing. So I found a lot of safety and comfort in that space as well.
Thank you for sharing that. I've been getting invites from people and it keeps popping up in my notifications, but I've been nervous to click on it because I lost my Facebook account with years of photos and videos. So I'm nervous to click on anything. So I appreciate you sharing that. Now we can explore it a little bit and figure out how to use it, or even tap on it to join. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much.
Diane, please put your IG in the chat, and if you don't mind putting a link to Threads or whatever, so we can check into that as well. Sounds pretty interesting. Y'all open your hearts and show some love again to Diane Foot. And while y'all doing that, open y'all mics and let's show some love to my brother CP Mays.
Yes, did that, Diane.
The rock star.
Take credit for you being here because I said CP is a genius and you heard it and came running, didn't you?
Something like that. I need to trade in some genius points for a better credit score. If I could trade in genius points for a better credit score, I'd do it.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
I wouldn't. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't. I would just borrow money from you and not pay it back.
You have a thing called the fuck you score, right? It's not a FICO score, it's the fuck you score, right?
Yeah. I've been in this weird headspace because I've been surrounded by so many people that I hold as my contemporaries, like you guys. And I've been getting frustrated with people who've been holding the reins, thinking that, let's just say, Wits isn't as dope as Wordsworth. Like, you mean to tell me there's no more Wordsworth? There's no more Shakespeare's? There's no more Emily Dickinson's, like right now? Like the cats I know right now that aren't as good as these other poets were being taught in school. And a lot of people have been going through it. So stay focused, like you help poets get through their hard parts. Here's a new poem. Shout outs to AJ for helping me understand it better. Okay. It's called These Are Not Birthmarks. The wind was blowing, tell me you love me. Across the promise me, you'll never forget that these are not birthmarks, darling. Heaven just left hickey marks at the nape of my neck. Tender satin scarf, French kiss of fine art flesh. The street lights were eavesdropping on our halos. The street lights were wondering why. The skyline was wondering why I can't seem to hold eye contact with constellations anymore. I was palm wandering across the universe of untangle me breakdowns. I just want God to give me shortcuts on side streets or better highway directions on how to find my way back to his house again. Breathe. The scent of our swirling rose petal summer skin, candle lit, lover spit all over my sometimes I just read you wrong and I'm sorry for that. Sweetheart, my so sads are so sorry for my so often, I'm so often, so sorries are so sorry for all of those that's. I'm sorry for how my hands maneuver around the curvature of your table of contents body, bookmarking my past mistakes, lost, like looking around for the next chapters I'll be blessed by. The please let me be in the manuscript of your dot. Finally frisky, wishing Dreamwell scented in of birthday sex suit fit of fragile, of firm form wet, angelic silhouettes, sweats of a miracle in your media shower mouth smile. It's working or written all over your face, working title entitled, please tell me if I'm worthy of another chapter to be written in. You thought you could break my heart's language. It was a novel idea, but baby, I'm fluent and you know me better than that. I know everything. I know everything. I know everything. I know how your self-esteem was makeshift, built from one part. I need confidence in myself. 2 parts blown out lit candle. You could never trust your heart to keep you honest. Out of 1 quart of quit playing with my passion for stupid and 2 pints throat puncher. You can't hassle a castle with no drawbridge. So whether you attempt to cross me or not, prepare for how your legs will walk all over me simply to stay wet. For I'm built from 1 part. Please take me for granted. Damn it, 2 parts. I can't remember why my love could give a fuck less. If you're starting to love me less, stays or leaves out of 1 quart of quit mistaking me for the love from the lost loves from past lovers whose love was never authentic any fucking ways. Promise me. You'll never forget, these are not birthmarks, darling. Heaven accidentally left hickey marks at the nape of my neck. I'm not cheating on you. I'm just skeleton cheap seating on. Home. Okay.
Man.
Sheesh.
Sorry.
That was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, your delivery is just insane.
Yes.
From
Look.
heaven leaving hickeys on you.
You know
Being
when we could get
brought.
like a naturally sourced new computer, you know, since we're not fucking with the coltan anymore, you just burnt my shit to crisp. You think I could get like a green one somewhere?
Nah, man, it's fire, man. Fire. Even more fire that it's familiar in your bones.
Yeah, it's getting there. Yeah, yeah.
It's fire for sure.
I appreciated the inflections in your voice. I love the fact that your tone changed in certain parts of the poem. And I've heard some of your work. I appreciated this poem most.
Okay.
So this is my favorite poem from you right now.
Word, and it's new.
You make me want to get up and like I need to do something. Like, just get up, and do something,
And
take action.
One last one. Before I pull out, I'm gonna stay on. Thank you, Wits, for squeezing me in. I'm gonna stay on, but I have to check to make sure the boys are finishing up their new math. Because you know that new math takes a while. So here's another poem. It was a request. Brainstorms Watch Me, the unabridged version. I loves brainstorms that love brainstorms that love brainstorming bad body of works that loves sexy similes with lovely liquored up loose morals that love to give diction sloppy head while several thick as hell horny dictionaries watch them us fuck out of love. I never loved playing with pussy the way poems with good pussy loves playing with me. Watch me, them, us to run through fine ass figurative language with loose legs with no condom on, cause I love leaving throw babies in the back of a metaphor's mouth. In other words, as a writer, I love the rush. Stop trying to blow out the trick candles in my opera house. Stop with the I need to stop with my stop sign smile. Stop speeding through the school zones of my childish maze. Stop road raging against self-love, saying, I'm tired of you questioning my intentions. Stop tailgating your washed up wishes with dirty dishes in karma's kitchen sink. Stop leaving all of your filthy, forgive me, fucked up past dirty laundry in her washing machine mouth. Stop straitjackets and boxer briefs from keeping you from bumping your pride inside of her padded walls. Stop letting fashionable straitjackets wrap there. It's okay. I expected you to run away anyway. Arms back around you and stop taking your straitjacket joints into pawn shops, maze, just to see how much an honest hug is worth. I am shitty tap water 4 seconds away from being turned into wine. I'm a choke back words chased with a shot of swallow someone else's pride. A water into wine, angry alcoholic drunk angel picking sloppy fist fights with other religious gods. I'm a really good reason to buy your pastors cocktails at strip clubs that specialize in all nude revelations. Let me borrow a buck beautiful. I need to pay my low self-esteem to do something better with its fucking life, a hardly sober lifetime. Screaming at the DJs mixing on the ones and twos in heaven to play my favorite love song. My favorite love song sounds like the filaments in the flock of fireflies all being turned on at once. My favorite love song was written by Mother Mary and produced by Mary Magdalene. My favorite love song, when sung in Spanish, is entitled Hijo de Puta. My tunnel lights are sponsored by forgotten faces from all the women I should have loved. Curtain calling a fight or flight from exes to ex-wife to exes. Kick rocks when you exit stage right. Too much mouth to mouth in the suffocating marriage is why I packed up all of my good breaths and left my finding solutions to my drinking problems, left my drinking problems with stronger drinking problems, left my focus focused on I could give a fuck about what you thinking problems, left my sanity sitting lonely, swimming slowly, only from tip jar to tip jar, loving lonely. Hold me closely, left my leftover love me, love handle hands, holding closed caption, coping mechanisms way too tight. Please heighten sixth sense. Don't let me fall in love with someone else's Achilles heel tonight. Disobedient even in the face of death. Defiantly defiant. I don't play with a full deck. Knowing Grim Reapers by their nickname. It's how me and the Marine Corps show them signs of respect. You hijo de puta. Thank you guys, ladies.
Y'all open y'all mics, show some love.
Their
to
energy
CP
is
Maze.
awesome.
It was too many to pick a favorite.
God damn, CP. You do it every time.
You got a gift,
Yes.
brother. I hope you know that you got a gift.
I'm trying to bet on myself now. I'm trying to get used to betting on myself for a change, you know?
Hey, we
Hey.
here for you. We betting on you too.
Yeah.
One thing about you, CP, every line is a journey.
Mm-hmm.
Every line takes you down a different road, and then you sum it up to this big ass circle of roads, spiraling. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's like I don't know how to describe it, man. You're just amazing, bro. I just really appreciate your wordplay and the way you do your work.
Thank you guys
The
for
way you
being
live your pieces.
I'm just an extension of the dope fuckers I run with, man. And you guys are the people I run with. So thank you. Thank y'all. You know?
DP, your mastery of all the numbers from 1 to 10 in your volume is one of the things I love listening to your performances. You modulate your volume and the power of what you're saying, but oftentimes the lines you speak quietly are the most impactful. You've got the punch there. So I really respect that.
Thank you guys. Yeah, thank you. I needed to hear it. Thank you. And thank you for the this is my favorite new piece comment. That just made my whole night. That and seeing AJ smile. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna go check on the twins and the new math. I'll be back, people.
All right, brother.
Thank you, CP.
I'll be back.
You're amazing.
That's what's up. Y'all keep giving that love, man. Keep lifting each other. Thank you for those who have performed and still stuck around to keep the energy flowing in this room. It's the most meaningful thing that I see going on tonight. So thank you all. Let's keep that love going out for our brother CP. And while we doing that, y'all open your mics and let's show some love to Job Moore Smalls. What's up, Job?
Yeah,
man,
Woo.
what's up, everybody? I fall asleep a couple of times. You know, the time different. You know, you guys have the saving time. My time don't change. So I've been nodding through in and out, but I'm still here holding on.
That's it, brother. We appreciate you hanging in there with us.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to our house. All right. First piece. This is one of the first pieces, the first set of poems that I ever write. The name of this piece is called Daily Meds. And it goes like this. Oh, daily meds. I'm hopeless. There's no dope to be sold. I'm taking it in measure so this hope can be known. Pressure coming in and pressure coming out. It takes a drastic turn to be out on your own. It's a new page now, and I often lived it. Every piece of poetry I wrote, I killed it. Why it is wrong to kill yourself. Life has no value, so I take my knife and skin it. Christmas will never be Christmas again. New Year's will never be New Year's again. This life I have is yours, and each effury you give to me shall be poised. Daily meds. All right, that was the first piece.
That was fire. That was fire, bro.
All right, the second piece, I'll be reading off my phone. All right. It goes like this. Let me escape from this dream, which is called reality. I was never bound by the earth-shocking theory, which is called gravity. With high pollution rate, where is the respect for humanity? We gravitate to nonsense like gossip news and drama queen. I never once asked God, what was you thinking? I just stepped on board with smooth sailing without toll. Sorry. Wheel and come again. Let me escape from the stream, which is called reality. I was never bound by earth-shocking theory, which is called earth gravity. With high pollution rate, where is the respect for humanity? We gravitate to nonsense like gossip news and drama queen. I never once asked God what was he thinking. I just stepped on board with smooth sailing without being told that the ship was sinking. The wrath of God is the belt of correction. It's between his love and affection that make my heart clingy. Let nature take its course because its work is pretty. Let the lilies and daisy grow, so the beautiful garden of life remains. When the beautiful stories are told in pain, the love I had is gone, just like the heart muscle always pumping vein. And that's the elemental pieces.
Y'all open your mics and let's show some love to my brother John Moore. Thank you, bro. Definitely
Appreciate you, man.
tonight,
Appreciate you.
Awesome.
Thank you for staying up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Thank
What
you for
time is it
coming
there where
through,
you are?
man, and hanging in there with us, man. I know your time schedule be a little crazy, but you still be here with us, so I appreciate you for it.
Yeah. So I'm going to sleep now. It is 12:20. I think I have had enough of nodding off and coming on. I just waiting for my name to be called. If my name is being called, I just wake up one time, because my eyes closed, I am subconsciously listening.
Well, it's understood, brother. Trust me. You know, I know what time it is, man. Again, we appreciate you hanging in there. Go ahead and get you some rest. Man, y'all show some love to our brother John Moore Smooth. While y'all doing that, open up y'all mics and show some love to Escape Artists.
Woohoo, let's go escape.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
Hello, everybody.
In my Matthew McConaughey voice.
So I'm just gonna get right into it. Bombs and bodies burst alike, falling fragile flakes. To die in wars we're forced to pay for. Death is endless. Mass production of bodies and bombs. women in an assembly line birthing babies. Both will explode. Little bodies litter what used to be a street, now a burial ground. Propaganda searching the rubble for excuses to feed the public. It was Hamas, it was Al Qaeda, it was weapons of mass destruction, it was the Taliban. Wolf, wolf, I swear we were in danger. That's always the narrative. We know who's at the top. TOP, tech, oil, pharma. To them, the world is one large Gaza Strip, and we're all Palestinian, trapped between bombs and freedom, a siege on our food and water disguised as accidental chemical spills, preventing financial freedom with murderous inflation, wringing out the dollars from my ribcage, expendable pawns in a money grab over resources. Bodies and bombs explode the same, stuck in a monopoly game, only we never pass go or get out of jail. That was the first one.
That was fucking brilliant.
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Both will explode.
Yes.
What
Thank
a
you.
line.
Wow, the Escape, that was beautiful. I'm putting my daughter to bed, but how you brilliantly just,
Thank
I
you.
mean, wow, that was well done and needed our attention and needed that. So thank you.
And you had you in there too, talking about women in assembly lines birthing babies.
So thank you guys. The second one, I always say I'm not done, but I'm really not done with this one. I have like a faux ending. So the ending is like just a placeholder. I don't know how to end it, but that's what's not done about it. Okay, here it goes. What do you do with all your truths? I always ask for the truth, but never know how to hold it right. My hands have never been evolved for this kind of living. What do I do with the truth when it's ugly, when it comes from someone I don't want, or even when it looks like me? I never really fit in it, always a size too small or a garment too large for a figure like me. It's never really been pretty, just brutally honest. What do I do with it? Like a baby I'm forced to take care of, even if I'm involved. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want to look at its face because maybe I'll be reminded that consequences exist and they don't always listen to what you want them to be. Little reminders of action being taken, sometimes too far. There's nothing left but regret. Where do I hide it? The parts of the truth I don't like. The skeletons in my closet say they've got enough secrets to keep, and the monsters under my bed exclaim there's no more room for darkness. What do I do when I hate it? Despise the very taste on my tongue when I speak it. When I want to wear white, but the shame stains me, takes over my reflection in the mirror. I don't want to be what the truth says I am, but she will surely blind you. It's not true what they say, but she'll set you free. She might let you roam a bit, but not before she steals your happiness. Never heard of a free without pain, or a true that was only warm. Most of the time, she's cold, stoic in her hold. What do I do with her? The truth, when it's ugly, when I hate it, when I can't hide it, when it doesn't really fit me. The answer's all the same. I wrestle with it in my brain, face the truth regardless of the pain, chew it up and spit it out on the page. What do you do with your truths?
I like any poem about truth anyway, so.
Yeah, I'll open up your
That
mics
was
and show some love.
Yeah, escape artist.
Wow.
Incredible work. Love the
Your pen
political
is fire.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a dope piece as well. Both pieces was amazing.
Thank you.
I think we always look for that boom in the end, but sometimes the words are just the words.
Oh, that's beautifully put.
You know,
I like that. Thank you.
sometimes that's enough. You know what I mean? Um,
I feel you.
yeah, but it was dope. It's definitely dope. I think we can all find um, ourselves in that piece. You know, when you have to deal with the truth, what do you do with it? Um, sometimes it's hard to swallow. Sometimes it's even harder to throw up. You know, so great pieces. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming tonight. I hope that's my hat. Is that my hat?
No, you said you was gonna send me a DM.
You know what? That's my fault. I will send you a DM to my hat size because I got hair now. So, yeah.
I got you.
Love you so much, Queen. Thank you for coming in tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Always. Y'all show some love again for Escape Artists. And while y'all doing that, open your hearts and y'all mics and let's show some love to the amazing AJ Houston. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? It's been awesome, man. I was sitting here. I actually wrote this poem while I was sitting here. It's not finished. I wrote this poem because I had a beginning, but I wrote this poem while I was sitting here. But I tried to finish this, so I'm gonna read the poem I was trying to finish while I've been on here, and I'm gonna read a new poem that I haven't even reread it, so I don't know what it sounds like. Y'all gonna hear it with me. But this first, and I'm reading stuff because this year I'm doing something I haven't done. I'm discontinuing the Lost Book of Black at the end of the year, but I'm re-releasing volume 2 of the Lost Book of Black, but I'm adding all the poems I didn't put in it, so it'll be like 550 pages. The Black book is gonna be 550 pages instead of 496, but yeah. Tyler Speaks' Legacy is Lost. You may think my pen is lacked ink intolerant. Maybe I shouldn't be drinking milk. No kind, almond, coconut, goat, cow, breast. Keep hearing there's nothing new under the sun. Believe me, God ain't never made niggas like this before. You never seen a nigga like this before. Bet massa be scared to tell one of them, go pick, go clean, hush up. Quiet now, boy, I can't remember who. But the boy I was heard a tale of life, of traditions not embedded in the American diaspora, learned from watching men in my community. Legacies are built. Legacies are built of bones, breath, blood, and handshakes. How else could it survive generations? My uncle had a roofing company. Dr. Connor, a barber and beauty shop. The shoe shine stand was the kind you step up to get in position. My father shined shoes. I bet he was the best shoe shiner in Texas, taught me everything he knew. Can you imagine a legacy of shining shoes before someone planted Bermuda, grew grass over government-created red lines? Before we lost definition of family, of blood relatives, those connected without the sharing of blood relations still intact? Dr. Connor's son stands head high, delivers the word from the same pulpit left by his father. Dr. Connor's daughter graduated top in her cosmetology class, never asked her if she knew there was a legacy of designing hair in her bones. My brother had a gym. Every piece of equipment needed for strength and conditioning, taught health and nutrition when it wasn't popular to be Black and healthy. Back when working out was a fad and not a business, my mother sang this in the same choir she directed, played the organ, piano. My family sings. Did you know you can leave a legacy of harmony in the bones of your seeds? Realizing never meeting either one of my grandfathers, I have lost enough legacies to be considered my own freedom's town. Ever have America eminent domain your pen? String your thoughts as if it's the answer to an insurrection. Flood your tongue, knowing we've somewhat allergic to swimming in water. As a boy, I listened in on conversations grown folk asked me to politely stay out of. Heard a tale or two, could be not worth sharing. Keep penning legacies for the world to read, praying by osmosis or accident, my seeds find the remnants of branches of bark it's carved on. And that's the one I'm trying to finish. It's not finished, but it's coming. And this is the one I wrote tonight. So yeah,
Yeah, you whooping that pen, brother. You whooping it.
This is the one I wrote tonight. It doesn't even have a title yet. It says, a poem is a promise between God and ink. Paper is the contract we keep as a record. I've been preaching sermons at midnight. If you ever step inside my dreams, I'm having church, a sacred sermon, a sacred session at a synagogue, a chiseled conversation of stone and light. You would never know what it took for these scriptures to get here. I remember driving across Middle America to Poet, carrying this bundle of truth I discovered trapped under my breastplate. It's not a burden when it's yours, when it belongs to you, grew inside your bones, formed out of necessity. I can hear old beautiful screaming in the background, spent a lifetime writing about spaces and skies, exactly knowing there was room enough for me and them and those. I'm guessing amber waves came and went without notice. Couldn't help but pray. This time we the people meant we. All the we, I'm saying we, me, all the we's, us, them, those. My ancestors explained in the last drum circle, America has never weed too well. This country never believed in the concept. If your skin and God of the sun were kin, practiced for centuries how to pick and choose, how to not include the unwanted we, excluded for centuries we's from the ride share, from the rail cars, from the taxis, Ubers, Lyfts, planes, country clubs, restaurants. I bet you never once stopped, pulled over in the fast lane when you weren't accosted by sirens, took a moment to inhale, listened as eminent domain screamed while falling from the heavens from Midwest, East, and Southern skies. Can't you smell the smoldering ash of crosses where flames never ceased? There are children huddled in streets of freedmen's towns, bombed out of existence. You ever smell the discarded carcass of parts of beasts others thought were not edible? I must believe a poem is a promise between God and ink. The scriptures I bleed ain't for the faint of heart. You ever wait at the crossroads of freedom, dangling from a noose? The we's steal 3 and a pint or a fifth, left to drink us sober. We's be forever drunk, or ought to be, gonna get arrested or dead anyway. You ever hear sermons? You ever hear sermons or screams giggling from the rivers, some of them towns buried under, or some coming forth to carry me, harmonized by bones from the bottom of the ocean? I bet you ain't heard God whispering all this truth in my ear. Can't keep writing blood and all that red dripping from black ink on trees that remember. I've been leaving lost alphabets in the cracks of the shallow graves. Ain't nobody done told us we're slavementarians. Piles of black bodies no one referenced or reverend. Got me wondering if anyone ever posed a question, ever wondered if the possibility existed that one man could hold time accountable for all the times the pens of his story forgot to take notes. Did I tell you a poem is a promise between God and ink? And I, a mere echo of the Most High, have the solemn duty to share these memories and stories that weren't even mine to keep.
Come on, AJ. Y'all open y'all mics and show some love to the poet.
Appreciate it, man. I'm working on it. It's coming.
AJ, it is crazy how you write. Like your visions and everything that you write in the poem is crazy. It's like a movie, like a little short movie.
Appreciate it.
That
Whose
opening
hat is
line.
that? No, I'm sorry.
That, no, it's all good, brother. That opening line pulled us right in. I forgot it.
I was thinking about that though. A poem is a promise between God and ink.
Like, come on.
It's an amazing line. It's an amazing piece.
Yeah, the whole piece was brilliant.
What inspired that poem?
Well, I'm working on my mother's book. So when I'm working on something and my mother's book is, it's my conversation with grief, and me and grief ain't never talked before. And that's what the book is saying. It's saying, it's basically saying that I'm asking God to hold my pen because I need to write this shit in pencil because I don't know what I'm keeping.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy, bro. I just wish you well on your journey. I know you said you're closing out a book to dig deeper into another one. I think that's pretty
Now I'm saying,
dope.
I'm gonna read. This is gonna be volume 2 of the Lost Book of Black, but I'm adding everything I didn't put in it because I have poems that were left over that I didn't put in it because Ja told me it's gonna be over 500 pages, and I ain't want it to be over 500 pages, but now I don't care. So I'm gonna go back, discontinue the first one, and put out volume 2, and put in all the poems that I didn't read and some of these new ones that need to go because my mother's book is called Immortal, and it's gonna be one poem, but the whole poem is a book, and it's basically the me trying to write my mother as forever in a book.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
That's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing, bro.
Who had died foot say I look like your uncle.
Say it again.
Now Diane Foot, she typed in here, she said, "You look like my uncle."
You do.
Oh.
Exactly. He has the long locks. He got glasses. He got his little beard thing going on. Exactly. You look exactly like him.
Wow.
But tell him to hook me up. I'm gonna have a job for him. I might need another me every now and then.
Hey.
Right. Put you in 2 places at once, right?
For real.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, always love, brother. Appreciate you coming in here.
And I appreciate you, man, keeping
Giving
this
it up
space up.
tonight, man. Presenting us with 2 new people. Super dope.
I appreciate it, man. Love y'all, man.
Love you back, brother. You know that. Y'all keep loving on my brother AJ. While y'all doing that, open your hearts and your mics and let's show some love to Gemini Fox.
Woo.
Glad to see you, Gemini. Glad you're in the house. What's up? What's up?
Hello. When did I get so old? When was it necessary for me to wipe out the fuzz in my eyes by putting on a second pair? When did all of this gray become a burden? When did my knees give out? When did I get so old? When did my children grow wings? All of their feathers like phoenixes and set ablaze and want to fly the coop. When did I get so old? I don't remember when this happened. I still feel like a child in some instances, only now becoming a woman. Yet time has passed me, fled, sprinted ahead, and set all of the traps. Backaches, hot flashes, freezing summers, and knees that won't hold this weight, and weight that won't drop off, and grays that appear every damn place. So tell me, when did I get so old? When did all of these laugh lines turn to frowns? When did all of these hopes turn to pipe dreams? And everything that I had planned get swept under the rug? When did I get so old?
It's a beautiful and heartbreaking and relatable piece.
I asked myself the same thing when she told me I look like her uncle. I'm saying, Gray, what you mean, Gray?
Foxy Gems, you know you always been Storm to me. So
Thank
you. It's power in those grays. I'm embracing mine. I'll never dye my hair. Um, I don't care if it turned all gray, if it turned all white. I'm going um I'm gonna rep it until it falls out.
I'm telling you, get a sew in. Get a sew in when it falls out, and get a sew in that's jet black. Like, just do it.
Listen, one thing I know about hair is that people who don't have it wear wigs. And listen, that's what they used to call the so-called prestigious um politicians back in the days, the big wigs. You know, they used to make sure that they got something huge on their head, and it was always gray, you know, to show that wisdom, that journey. Like it's like saying we've made it, we've arrived, so to speak. So I homage it. I love it. I don't feel old. I don't think you should feel old. Just feel learning, and know that you have something that you can pass down. That may not have been passed down to you.
I don't feel old until I try to read something without my glasses or until my knee gives out.
No, the glasses are winning tonight. The glasses have literally taken over the Zoom space tonight. So I'm gonna have to get some specs or something because I'm wearing glasses next week on Who Naked Up in Here. I'm gonna have glasses.
Okay. Let me see what else I want to share. I want to share one more before I duck down. Okay. So yes, this is Christmas. And what have we done? This is supposed to be a season of giving, of love, of hope. And I see only desolation. They want us hungry, starving, scampering. They want us at each other's throats, willing to snatch the life out of another's hands. They're doing well, raising the price on everything except for our dignity. They get us at next to nothing. Pennies on the dollar, hiking everything up by dollars and giving us nothing. Corporations in bed with each other, playing the whore and throwing out the baby, and we are the baby. So sweet, so naive, so trusting. We'll give half our lives to companies who will get rid of us in half a second. This is the Hunger Games, and all of us are starving. We will accept less than nothing. And that's the way they want us. Hungry, reaching for what's in the trash can, not what's falling off of the table. Hungry. The American workforce is suffering. A surplus of bodies waiting for sustenance. And it works so well for them. Nothing needs to be changed. We are getting too loud. The growling in our stomachs disturbing their peace. They can't eat in peace with us saying that we are so damn hungry. So close your eyes and think of a white Christmas. All snow and silver bells. All polar bears drinking cola. Everything that you cannot have. And smile and applaud and pretend not to be so hungry while you snatch the life of the man standing next to you to sustain your own. Oh yes, this is Christmas. And what have we done?
Y'all open your mics and show some love. Foxy James, that was amazing.
That was so
Wow.
powerful.
That's amazing.
You're amazing. You have a voice. Like, you're amazing.
Thank you.
And your poems are like your first poem. Don't even worry about the color of your hair, Chica. Like, your first poem was so youthful and global and spanned, time back and forth, the whole aging thing. Like, that's a global from alpha to omega vibe that everybody's going to go through throughout their time. And you penned a poem that captured all of that. That's an iconic piece. I don't know if you know that or not, but you're dope. And you wear glasses. Holla back.
Well, I love my gray hair. I started graying somewhere in my 20s. Well, before that, my mother used to pull them out when she combed my hair, like in elementary school, middle school, and I would get frustrated because they gave me migraines every time she pulled one out. I told her like it felt like she was pulling my brain out of my head. So I love my gray hair. What I don't like is like the rusty joints. That's what I don't like, the rusty joints and the dimming eyes. I feel like the Tin Man in the Wiz. So just pass me a bottle of oil. I think I'll be fine.
But Gemini, you should write a poem of the title is basically where gray came from, how it's been searching for you.
I wrote one similar. I'll have to go back and find it. But I've always told my mother gray is wisdom. That's what I see it as. And I told her, when she said, you have all that gray, why don't you cover it? Because she dyes her hair. And I'm like, I'm not covering up my wisdom. I said, do you know how long it took for me to get this?
Right.
And I'm going to cover it up. I said, they're going to take me my wisdom. They're going to know that I'm smart enough to go ahead and not fall for that shit. So
I always tell people, time practice on trees on how to grade things. So it came to us. They were masters.
Say again?
I say time practice on trees on how to make things look old. So when it came to us, they were masters.
That part.
That part.
All right, let's get these last two poets. I got a morning ahead of me. And I'm just grateful that all of you stayed to the end and rode out with us and continue to be energies and be extending yourselves for one another, you know what I'm saying? By passing that love back and forth. So thank y'all for that volleyball spirit. With that being said, y'all love up on Gemini Fox. And while y'all doing that, open y'all mics. And let's show some love for our music man tonight, Mr. Darkman Blues.
Good evening to everyone. I'm not going to be long. I know that it's been a long day for me too. I'm just going to share something from Love Is. I'm stunned. Caught up in a daze, I see future in you. Your laughter, there's treasure hidden in your reverb. I should be the reason you sing. Stitch me in your love pattern. You have permission to design me worthy. I am no angel. However, you can baptize me pure. I'm going to learn your sanctuary. Promise to remain faithful. So I dedicate this heart to you. Humble be thy name, lady. Let me be your servant. That is from Love Is, and that was written by Ja Smalls. Thank you. That's all I'm going to share, just one.
That was fire. Yeah, you delivered that brilliantly, brother. That was a sharp pen, coach. Yeah, both of y'all, this package that y'all working on is going to be amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait to get my copy.
Oh, thank you.
It was wonderful.
Man, that being said, y'all keep loving up on our brother Dark Man Blues. Again, brother, I always appreciate you coming in and setting the tone for us with the music, and appreciate you, hanging in there to the very end. It shows the support, and
For sure.
and it's appreciated, brother.
All right, thank you.
Sir. Y'all open up your hearts and y'all mics and show some love again to our brother Dark Man Blues. And while y'all doing that, let's open up our hearts and our mics and show some love to my brother, the amazing Coach Ja Smalls.
Yo, what up? So I'm gonna pull a Dark Man Blues and just read one of his pieces and let y'all go home from the same book, and let that be that. Love is like time. Imagine it as being your lifeline. Picture an hourglass. Sometimes you can flip how you feel, holding on to memories like secrets, recounting how it used to be when thought kept you in mystery, waiting, wanting someone to paint you in a romance, when being is all you have ever wanted. Having your dream become what your love is now. Imagine making it happen.
Wow, that was crazy.
And that poem is by Dark Man Blue. Oh, excuse me. That poem is by Complicated Passions. Let's get that correct. Dark Man Blues is the series. Complicated Passions is the poet.
That was so smooth.
Yeah, that was dope. This collabo is going to be crazy. Again, I mean, you can speak on it. I'm not sure if everybody in here is so reciprocating and within our same circle. So I think everybody in here should know that this is on the way. This package is on the way. But if you want to speak on it, you have the time to do so now. Okay, maybe not. Well, y'all be on the lookout. Complicated Passions. Coach Josh Smalls got a book joint collective coming out called Love Is.
So let me give you some information. Love is actually already complete and ready to roll. We will be unleashing it February 1st, just in time for Valentine's Day. If you make your way here for the Poetry Festival in Charlotte, North Carolina, April 27th and 28th, we're having an after party on the 27th. And at the after party, Mr. Complicated Passions and myself will be featuring, and we'll be reading from Love Is. And yeah, hopefully you'll get your copy before then. Like I said, just in time for Valentine's Day. Send it to your lover, send it to your ex-lover and tell them what he's missing. And yeah, whatever. So if you need some info, holla at your boy. I got you covered.
That's what's up. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that. Um, appreciate you all hanging in there again to the very end, and showing support for one another. It's the reason why we have this space. So at this time, please unmute yourselves. Um, let's bid our farewells and continue to love on each other.
May you all have an excellent night.
You all have a wonderful night.
Good
It's
night,
been a
everyone.
Great.
Gifted. Before the end of the year, we need to do our conversation.
yes, sir.
Okay, I'm just.
Got you.
I'm looking forward to it.
I got yes, sir. I enjoyed you all. That was definitely fire tonight. It was definitely fire.
I'm glad I came. I finished my schoolwork. I finished my class and then my schoolwork, and I'm sewing in between. But like, I'm glad
So
I
was escape artist. Oh, she left. She was doing some knitting or something.
Right.
She was crocheting.
Crocheting. Okay, I'm not really good at that, but okay. I enjoyed everyone. This was amazing.
Thank you all. I appreciate all of your work. I am so humbled by the
Yes.
pens you hold.
Likewise.
Tonight was crazy. Tonight was really a beautiful show. I'm grateful to have it recorded, and I will be sharing it with you all sometime tomorrow. I'm gonna get it downloaded tonight.
Yes, you gotta get to bed.
I gotta get some sleep. Yeah, I got an early morning. I gotta be up at 5, and get things going. But again, I appreciate you all being here with me to the end, being here with us.
Oh,
to the
fine, Bill. Oh, she left. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's okay. I know people were sitting in their last farewells, and
Yeah, I
it's
was
that
gonna
time.
say good
It's definitely that time. So, with that being said, peace and blessings to
So
everybody.
nice to have you.
Keep shining your light for the universe to see, and stay naked.
Thank you, Wits, for another wonderful evening.
Thank you, Dr. Nemo.
I love that, Dr. Nemo. What did you do, Gemini?
I can't
Like
get the
that.
heart. It's an apple.
It is not.
Everybody else
All
can
right.
make a heart, but
disappear.
mine's an apple.
Yep.
It's an apple.
Says-
You know
Or
what?
an
I see the
evil
heart,
butterfly.
see?
The apple.
Gemini
will-
had a
Nemo.
butterfly on. It was pretty. Her
Nemo, you
necklace
need
was
to tilt
pretty.
it back like this. When you tilt it back, there you go. There's your heart.
Nemo,
Oh, wow, yeah,
way to,
that was cute.
easiest way to create a heart is like this.
Oh, but that's a small one. Make it bigger.
Tiny.
No,
It
love
was
just
really
looks
tiny.
no, love just looks small. It ain't never little.
Tilted
Je ne
back
sais
sounds
quoi.
like an erotic poem.
Oh,
Yeah,
love is
just looks
tiny.
small. It ain't
Is
never
it
little.
erotic? Love is tiny. Is that what you said? Love is tiny.
I
And it
said
grows.
tilted. I said tilted back sounds like an erotic poem.
And it grows. Oh,
Yeah.
tilted back. Okay,
And
hold
it
on.
grows.
Because he said, look, I was just messing with the whole erotic.
Y'all all need some sleep.
Tilted back.
I thought I was the tired one in
Wits,
here.
you're listening. You're listening wrong, Wits. You're listening wrong, man.
Tilted back. Yeah.
Wow.
Gifted.
We're gonna talk about that.
Oh, and record is still
I
on.
think that's a writing prompt.
You're supposed to cut it
That's
off.
an assignment for
pillow underneath
everyone that's still here in the room. The assignment is tilted back.
Tilted back.
I'm gonna get you gifted.
I didn't say it.
You did.
The assignment is tooted and booted.
I'm not writing that.
Oh man.
I'm not. All right.
All right, I love y'all. I gotta get out of here because I gotta still get
Have a
this
good
down
night.
to my
Hit the
computer.
record so I can start doing
Pumping
it.
and bumping.
Oh yeah, thank you.